Whoa! Not bad.
Hello and welcome! I'm DDF Racer, and what a hell of a way to start the stream. Thank you very much, Ripper253, for the $5. Yes, it's going to be a long race today. It's all about the long game. The very long game. 24 hours of Le Mans, Sarthe. That won't be the first time I say that today. No, but seriously guys, this is going to be absolutely epic. I can't wait for this. Practice is running in the background right now. I'm going to bring on TeamSpeak just in case there are any last minute announcements from the race directors. There we go. Just so we can hear either Jimmy or Jelle if they have any last minute instructions for the server. Everybody's going around. We have a little bit of warm-up taking place. And then, yeah, like I said, it's going to be go time, guys. For the biggest race I've ever done, that's for sure. The biggest race that has ever happened on this channel, probably... I don't know. There's so many ways that I can describe this race, but we're just going to have to get stuck in and go. Now, to clarify, I am not going to be starting the race. Ben Dutton is going to be starting the race. There's 4 of us in the car. There's Ben, there's Jelle Binsbergen, aka VeryImportantPotato, who you guys would be very familiar with, because he's pretty much been here since the start of the channel. And also Osasuyi Emumwen, also called Ossy. Now, Ossy does all the setups and all the wizardry magic, all the strategy. Very smart guy, very fast guy. Jelle Binsbergen, also a very fast guy. Very solid, reliable guy. Ben is an incredibly fast guy. And then there's me. My aim is just not to bin it, not to put it in the fence, just log the laps, see it through the night, and keep it in one piece so everyone else can go and do their work. So throughout the course of the race, I will be doing 6 hours driving time. Everybody does 6 hours driving time. We split it relatively equally throughout the course of this race. About 8 hours in. So, yeah, in morning here in Brisbane, and mid-afternoon in Brisbane. But for you Europeans and UK people watching, it is going to be the middle of the night when I drive. But maybe, if the race is going well, they will let me back in for the final stint to bring it back over the line. But yeah, Ben is going to start the race. Now, why am I here, if that's the case? normally I can only drive and stream at the same time. Well, I actually have special permission from the VEC today to spectate on the server, so I can actually show you the start of the race from our car's perspective. So I can ride on board with Ben for the first stint and a half, maybe like an hour or so, show you how the race starts, and then I'm going to take the stream offline and come back when it's my turn to drive. You can still follow the race in between. I'll be posting updates on Discord, along with my teammates who will also be posting updates on Discord. And there is a live tracker. It's in the video description, but if you type into the chat !tracker, it will give you a link to the live time again. It's absolutely fantastic. This is something that the VEC put on for these races. And thank you very much again to Simon for the intro music. Love your work, mate. Absolutely fantastic stuff. But yeah, if you want to follow the race, !tracker, and that will give you all the positions, all the gaps, all the lap times, a little map where everyone is on the circuit. You can see how many pit stops people have done, I believe. You can see, yeah, who's on fastest laps, that kind of thing. It's great. Great way of doing it. And you can also open up a tab while you're watching the race as well. So no need to wait until I'm not driving or the car's not on screen to use it. Anyway, let's switch it over to rFactor 2 spectator mode so you can see what is going on the screen. And yes, Mark Jones, that is a shoe on the wall. That is a custom shoe I got made when I went to visit Vietnam, basically. And it's got the DDF colours on it. It's got the orange, it's got the turquoise, and it's, yeah, I haven't really worn it for a while. It's just more of a decoration. Because I need to put something on the shelf behind me. But yeah, 248 SpeedyMite, that is our car, my old DDF wheel. And as JT puts it in chat, it is a boulevard of broken memes. Pretty much. There's a bin on the wall as well if you hadn't seen. There's some tiny trophies. Maybe we can collect the tiny trophy by the end of the race. That would be absolutely fantastic. Because we are actually going to be starting today's race from second on the grid. Which is just insane to think of. Ben, I said, you can see him on the screen right now. He is a speedy boy. In the warm-up, he is 0.023 seconds off Alessandro Ottaviani. But this is just the warm-up session. I think he was round about that gap off pole in qualifying last weekend anyway. So we're starting from second. Long race, though. Long race. And Ben is going to be driving. Let's see. I did have a picture of all the stints. I'll put that up on my Discord shortly, guys. So you can see when people are projected to be driving, if it all goes to plan. But this is Le Mans. Things rarely ever go 100% to plan. And if it does, well then you're like the Mercedes of the Le Mans world. Excuse me. But seriously, guys, thank you very much for joining. It is great to have you here, whatever time it is. Wherever you're from, great to see you. We got heaps of people in chat. We got Ripper, Olaf, Mark, Norman, Sticky. Streamlabs actually decided to turn up today as well. Pato, thank you for the good luck, mate. Norman Robinson. I am going to be getting my sleep after an hour's worth of race. So it is currently 10:56 PM for me here in Brisbane. The race will be starting roundabout on the hour. There might be a slight delay, because they have to put the cars on the grid Le Mans style, and that has to be done manually. So there may be a little bit of a delay getting this race underway, a few minutes or so. But yeah, we'll see how we go with that, guys. Yeah. Thank you so much. So yeah, Norman, to answer your question, I will be sleeping after. Rip253. Hey, Lucas. Good luck for the race, mate. I don't know if David's in chat as well, but good luck for David. Hey, Boggy, George Senior. To answer your question, Ripper, how long is a stint? These cars can last for 10 laps at Le Mans. It's got a tank of 75 litres, and it uses about 7.3 litres a lap, roughly, which means you're going to get about 10 laps worth out of a stint. It's not worth saving fuel, because the amount of time you'll lose, it's just not worth it, because you're going to have to lift and coast for quite a significant portion. You need to get your fuel down to like 6.8 litres a lap, and that's just, yeah, it's a big ask. So unless there's some code 80s, virtual safety cars basically, or people get stuck in traffic, fuel saving is not really an option. Popping the engine is a possibility though, so you don't want to use too many revs, you don't want to push the car too hard, because you may damage your engine, and that is a relatively new feature that's been included in rFactor 2. Let's see how it plays out over the course of this race. So you have to be very mechanically kind to the car. But yeah, to answer your question, Ripper, stints are going to be around about 35 minutes in today's race. For the LMP2s anyway. I know the GTEs are getting an hour, upwards of an hour. I should really know, but I don't, because I haven't driven the GTE. And I haven't practiced with the GT. I don't really know what their strategies are like. All I know is they're going to be slow and they're going to get in the way. It's going to be lots of traffic here today. Thank you, Boggy. Thanks, mate. Yeah, Ripper, the straights really destroy the fuel here. Yes. To finish first you have to finish. That is very true, Olaf. And it's going to be a long race, 24-hour race, starting any time now, basically. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, so I am going to bring in the voice comms here and say hello to my SpeedyMite boys, because we are using the Discords today. So let me just unmute the chat and see how we're going. So the warm-up has reset now. Yeah, like I said, Jimmy Allison, the guy who organizes all of the VEC servers and the content, is going to have to basically...
Not bad.
It's basically going to have to be resetting the server and doing the positions manually. So we're going to see how we go with that. I've got
sound music. Sound resumed.
Yes, TeamSpeak is on, so I can hear that. Discord is on, so I can hear that as well. Yeah, we're pretty much good to go. Boggy, thank you so much, man. €5. That coffee will come in useful in the morning. Now, I am going to be driving the night stints, but it's going to be daytime for me. Yeah, it's going to be like 8:30 till 11 AM in Brisbane, and then, I don't know, like 12:30 till 3 or something. I'm not too sure. Like I said, we'll work it out as we go along. But yeah, I'm going to set my alarm nice and early, around about 7 in the morning, do some practice laps, and hop back on to do my stint. Oh, it's Ben.
What? F1. Oh.
Oh, yeah, shh. Dan's screaming.
Spoilers!
No.
All will become painfully obvious. I'm sure someone's going to spoil it in chat anyway. So, if I gather correctly, Jimmy is manually setting the positions for the grid. Is that right?
Yeah, apparently the tool didn't work, and Jimmy just had to do it manually. That's why we're not, you know,
Racing.
Yeah.
Okay, race setup is set. Everything appears correct.
By the way, Ben, do not turn the car off, please, this time.
Yeah. My hands are gonna be off the wheel. Fuck that. If I do that again, I will never forgive myself.
What actually happened last time out, by the way? Did you get to the bottom of it?
Nope.
The car just wouldn't turn on the grid, right?
Yeah, I can't remember if the ignition worked or not, but the starter certainly didn't. Yeah, I don't know. It could have been... Well, originally we thought it could have been that I was rolling backwards, but then we, went over the replay. I was holding the brake.
I do find that sticky race is a good point, Dan, since we can't start yet. Do we get Scottish comms for a bit?
No, that is reserved for the wee hours of the night, when things descend into madness ever so slightly. Because once you unleash the Scot, it's hard to stop. For a little bit of context, guys, during the week, me and Jelle were practicing on the server, and for some bizarre reason I decided to start commentating my own lap in a Scottish accent, to which then Jelle decided to do a full onboard commentary of my lap in Dutch, and proceeded to roast me immensely, which was great fun, because I didn't understand the word he was saying. Hey, Lucky!
Yeah, the positions are getting set now.
Welcome to the stream, Lucky. Lastly, play. Lucas. Yes. Mate, if we can survive the race, that is going to be a win. All we want to do is finish. if we finish in a good position, that will be a nice bonus.
No, it doesn't really matter.
But just because we start from second doesn't mean anything. Nothing is for granted at all.
Okay, any last things I need to do?
Just to clarify as well, because Lockie said he's going to have a hard time sleeping with me streaming the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Got water, got a fan.
I will be streaming the start of the race. Ben's going to do Ben's going to do the first stint of the race. But then after that, yeah, I'm going to take the stream offline because I can't spectate when I'm not driving if it's not the start at the end. So, yeah, the stream will still be on the same page. So, in about 8 hours when I come back and start my stints, maybe 9 hours, I think, then it will still be on the same link. You'll just have a spinny wheel for a few hours, but you can follow the positions using Tracker. So, I will put that in chat now. Exclamation mark Tracker. Have that open on a separate tab.
Set. We're starting in 2 minutes.
Jimmy, Allison.
Thank you, our Lord and Savior.
Lord Jimmy has spoken.
Indeed.
So the positions are being set. So everyone basically starts Le Mans style.
Stint might. It might only be 9 laps because of that formation. I'll try to save fuel, but I'm not gonna go out of my way for it.
Bloody better. Turn that engine down and you must be lifting and coasting, son.
Sorry,
No
sir.
excuse.
Maybe just keep it in second and just follow the lead around. That could get us the extra lap.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm gonna do.
Keep them revs low, son.
Oh yeah, 6. Mix,
I think he meant
mix
second
one.
position, Ossy.
Oh, Josh is in first. A fellow Australian.
Ah,
What the hell is that last name?
I don't know.
Dan, I'd suggest you put on the brakes when you go to grid.
Oh yeah, got it.
if it helps, I'm pressing the brakes for you as well.
Thank you.
Good luck to
Alright. Hands off the wheel.
Nick De Silva. And full tank of fuel. It's going to be a dry start, Mark. The weather report is actually for a dry race. Fingers crossed. Let me just put up full screen so you can see what's going on. There we go, that's more like it. Weather report is for a dry race. Now, you might say, weather report, what do you mean by that? Well, it turns out that the server
Further than this bar.
actually uses real-life weather data. So if it rains in the real Le Mans, it rains here on the circuit. But yeah, we've checked Google, says it's going to be dry, hopefully. So Ben is currently on the
side of the road I'm on.
formation lap right now.
Sorry, what?
Do you know which side of the road I'm on?
It should say on the top.
Okay, that doesn't say anything. Maybe it will later.
Yep, qualified in second, Lucky, starting from the front row. Except obviously it's a rolling start here at Le Mans.
That's taken out cones already.
Yep, didn't mean to do that, but
It's fine, it's fine. We don't need them. It's just the competition.
Now, last time out, Ben actually did qualify on pole in Spa, but for some reason his controls locked up and wouldn't work. So he had to start from the back, which was absolutely devastating. But yeah, 0.02 seconds off pole. So, I'm nervous and I'm not even driving the car. This is the start of a long 24 hours. A very long 24 hours. Tyres will do double stints, probably. You can triple them, but the amount of time you lose is not really worth it, so most people will be doing doubles. Stints work out about 35 minutes, and most of our driver swaps are worked around a set of 2 doubles, so 4 stints, so we're looking at about 2 hours and 20 minutes per driver. Obviously, some people might do just 1 double later in the race, but all up, each driver does, for a 10 stints, And that should get them to the end of the race. Synchronized weather feature indeed. Norman? Synchronized weather indeed. So we're heading down the Mulsanne Strait here towards the Mulsanne hairpin. Let's see if we can get some other views. Let me just show you how awesome this SpeedyMite car is. It's a beautiful thing, it really is. Look at it. It's even got a DDF Racer logo on it somewhere. Where's it gone? I can't see it. See, it's on the mirror, and it's also on the back there as well. See, I didn't want to pay too much for the sponsorship, so I didn't. They only gave me a small logo.
Guys, just a heads up, there will be a P2 coming to the GT field and retaking their position in P2. They have been unrightfully placed at the back of the field.
So let's cycle through the rest of the views here. These are the camera angles that we can look forward to spectate Ben's first stint. A rear wing facing camera. I love that view. Hopefully that's the only view we need to use today with everyone behind us. And I'm probably going to stick it on this for the start of the race. I could put it into cockpit cam here. And then you guys can... Actually no, I'll keep it on this one because then you guys can get a little bit of the rear view mirror as well. Thank you, Lucky! Thank you very much, man. Start of the race. So nervous here. Alright, good luck, Ben. Just have fun, mate.
Thanks, Ben.
Coming through the Porsche curves. Heading up to the Corvette curves. Not much rubber on the track. That will grip up throughout the course of the race. And hopefully by the time I get in the car at the end of, well, start of my stint, it will be pretty grippy.
I guess not.
And it's a green flag here at the Mon 24 hours. Oh, Ben's got someone on the inside. Dropped a spot already. That's all good. It's a long race. People up ahead are going slightly wide. The car might look a little bit twitchy in the inputs, but that's fine. Because there's a little bit of lag involved. Because obviously he's from Australia, I'm from Australia, the server is in Europe.
I thought we were starting side by side.
So down to third position off the start. Here we go. This isn't bad, because we can tuck in and save a bit of fuel, and Slipstream is going to be hella powerful here. Ben's making a move for second. Nice. Back up to second. Good exit. Need to close it to the guy in first. Need to close it to Josh in the number 440. Will Marius behind us in the Butler Powell car. Is he going to lift out of it?
Really? Nice.
No, he's going to go for the move.
I'm not watching the stream, so I might keep it a little bit laggy.
Back down to third. There's going to be a lot of that. Yeah, he's moving a lot on track, Norman. It's just a ping thing. Also, because I'm spectating as well. My ping to Europe is about 350. So it has this weird rubber banding effect. When I get in the car, it'll be fine. But as a spectator, it is a little bit funky to look at. I'll give you that, mate. Ripper253, there is no such thing as a dumb question, as Ben He's making a move towards Indianapolis to get back up into second. You don't want to lose touch with the leader. There's a whole lot of leapfrog going on right now. The guy in first is getting away. Ripper253, no such thing as a dumb question, mate. We are not using the rFactor 2 built-in safety car. We have a course marshal. And we have race directors who basically will call not a safety car but a code 80 if there is a car on track that loses a rear wing and is a danger to others or is severely damaged and needs to get back to the pits but is unsafe to do so at racing speed. They'll call a code 80 where everybody has to slow down to 80 kilometers an hour until the hazard has been cleared and the race director or course marshal calls it again. So that is a lap of Le Mans on board with Ben Dutton in the 248 SpeedyMite through the final corner. Pulling a little bit of a gap on the car behind us. Losing track with the leader by about 3 seconds there. That's not a dumb question at all, Ripper. Did I like X2 the Threat? Well, yes, I did, actually. But it's only because I really enjoyed X Beyond the Frontier and X Tension, and it was the natural sequel, and I suppose I didn't really know better at the time. So lap 2 now. Down the Mulsanne straight. Let's check. Let's see where that gap is behind us. Yep, not a bad gap at the moment. Pulling away. Slipstream isn't too bad. Yeah, Ben should be able to pull away from him. Into the first chicane. Let's ride back on board again. Now, I am not allowed to spectate any of the cars. Because, well, it might...
Sorry, Ben, repeat.
Does the leader have a stop go?
They do not have a penalty. They should not.
Okay. Probably a good thing, actually.
It's Ben just checking in on the radio to see if the car ahead has a drive-through. Now, people can have penalties. People can have penalties going into the race based on incidents in previous events. So say if you did something unsavory in the previous round at Spa, then you can be given a stop-go penalty or a drive-through penalty to serve at the start of this race, because it doesn't really, it doesn't really affect the previous result too much. You give someone a 30-second penalty in an 8-hour race, might not even drop them a position, and a 30-second penalty is ridiculously, it's ridiculously large, actually. So, by serving a drive-through or a stop-go penalty in the early stages of a race, tends to have more effect on the result. It's a much better punishment system. It gives you an incentive not to do naughty stuff, basically. Steve K. There are 3 splits. So, in each split, there's around about 40 to 45 cars, usually an average 20 GTE and LMP2 split. Each car having at least 3 drivers, and there are actually 3 splits. This is split number 2. We are in division number 2. Split 1, division number 1, is actually broadcast on the official VEC YouTube channel with full commentary. I believe Aidan Millward and Lewis McGlade are in there. Top lads. Lovely guys. Great commentators. Slowburn55, welcome to the stream. No, this is not iRacing. This is rFactor 2. This is the rFactor 2 VEC Virtual Endurance Championship.
From the guys behind, Ben. Keep it up.
24 hours of Le Mans. Except we can't call it Le Mans because ACO have the naming rights to Le Mans. It's the 24 Hours of the Sarthe. I am currently spectating my teammate Ben Dutton, who qualified in second. Started second, temporarily dropped down to third, and then got second back and is now pulling away from the guys behind. Let's just check that actually. Yep, nope. He's pulling away at a decent rate of knots, that's for sure. Last lap time was a 3:27.8. Most people behind doing 3:28s, 3:29s. Actually, let me just check. Let me just have a look at the tracker. Because you guys can do this as well. Type into the chat !tracker. And you can see the live timing. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. So, save you guys the hassle. That gives me the link as well. Slow burn 55. Do I like this as well or better than iRacing? Well, to be honest with you,
It's a bit quicker in a straight line. The battery's using a bit.
rFactor 2 blows very hot and cold with me. When it works, it is absolutely fantastic. It really is. With the weather, with the day-night, with the enduro.
Setup's just better. But that wouldn't be possible, right, Ossy?
With the enduro content, you know, the GTEs and the LMP2s and all that kind of stuff, it's great for what it does, but it can be quite buggy. It's a lot better than it used to be, but it can be quite.
Birdie tells me that he is using Mix 3.
It's quite a frustrating experience, to be honest. Not that iRacing isn't a frustrating experience, but my experience in the Bathurst 12 hours of iRacing was rather nice and probably gives me a bit of a bias towards it, I would say. I actually much prefer the way rFactor 2 drives to iRacing. Even though rFactor 2 is tricky in its own right, it does feel like you have grip. The car feels very connected to the road.
He does that because he's given up on the extra lap for this stint.
It's a lot cheaper as well, rFactor 2. That is for sure. But my personal preference of all the sims is Race Room. And I know it doesn't do races like this with driver swaps and day and night and weather, but just in terms of just a general experience, just jump in and drive and have a bit of fun.
I have 49 litres left in start this lap. Can you tell me how much?
Race Room's my go-to, basically.
Ossy, could you do that, or did I have to do that? How many did you have on the line?
It'll just be 49 divided by 7.
That's exactly 7 a lap.
Sean Patterson, no, this is not me driving, mate. This is Ben. Ben is currently in the car right now, in the first stint of the race.
Watch both of us feel stupid.
No, you're right.
He's currently 2.6 seconds behind Josh in the lead.
Both should have done that in our heads.
Easy division, yeah.
And is about 3 seconds ahead of the car behind.
Yeah, slow through India.
So nice little space here. If Ben can get a little bit closer, he might be able to get into the slipstream of the car ahead. But yeah, long race, guys. Long race. We are
Not bad.
20 minutes into 24 hours.
I mean, saving more fuel than that might make our stop a bit shorter, so...
Talonin, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, mate. $10. Best of luck, Captain Finzel Binzel. Hope it goes well. Well, hopefully there are no bins.
Yeah, and I don't think there's really a point pushing it since you're faster than the car behind, so...
Yeah. Hopefully there are no bins in today's race.
Yeah, build the gap.
Minimal bins, thank you very much.
Save fuel on engine. And if he's gonna pushing it hard, you might burn to the tires a bit quicker as well, which means you're faster on the second stint.
I haven't exactly been kind to mine, but yeah.
Shh.
Jelle and Ben currently
don't say that.
discussing strategies here on how to outsmart the leaders Slowburn 55. I'm sure there is a rating system similar to iRacing. However, I have no experience with it. Because this is not like a ranked race or one of the official rFactor 2 competition races. This is a league, basically. But probably the most popular, the most widely known endurance league in rFactor 2, the Virtual Endurance Championship. They've been doing this for years. I think this is the 12th season now. Yelling at people at Croft is more my speed. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Ripper? Singing Backstreet Boys to people at Croft as well, that was a good one. For those who don't know, I did a community event a few weekends ago. Assetto Corsa, BTCC 1998 at Croft. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to everyone who turned up for that. Loved it, guys. Thank you again to Talanin for the $10. You absolute hero. Thank you, mate. So Norman Robinson.
A little bit faster than a platinum match.
Norman Robinson.
Probably trade laps.
rFactor 2 has the potential to be the ultimate sim, with a lot more financial and human resources to quickly dev up and address the many small concerns discussed. Yeah, it has...
If you don't think that it's worth to push it, then just don't.
Yeah.
It does have a lot of small technical problems that break the immersion sometimes, but when it works, it's great. It really is. But rFactor 2 have recently been acquired. I can't remember the name of the company that has acquired them, but yeah, Studio 397 handing over the reins. So I'll have to see how that goes. Maybe that can give it a bit of a shot in the arm. But that will be the third people to do so. And that's alright, Slowburn, mate. Thank you for taking the time to come and watch. You know, we're just kind of settling into the race here. Getting up to speed. Seeing how things are panning out. Getting a feel for the car. And you guys are taking the time out to come and watch me as well. So, the least I can do is take the time out to answer your questions.
By the way, did P1 get a hard track on the first lap, or just look bad?
Luis Lima, hello. Hello in Brazil. Brisbane here, Brisbane, Australia. Currently 11:26 PM. As we approach the first of the GTE traffic. There's a Corvette up ahead of us. You can see the positions on top of the screen. Scrolling bar using the built-in rFactor 2 menus.
All the laps counted, Ben.
Okay.
Hey, John Miller, how are you, mate?
Yes.
Ripper 253. The cost will be 1 like. Nah. Feel free to like the stream if you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, you don't have to like it. It's a free world. It's a free country. Free speech. You can like streams as you do. But if you are enjoying it, don't forget to leave that like, of course, guys. Say hi in chat. I'm here to chat and spectate for the next half an hour or so. And then I'll be heading off to bed. I'm taking the stream offline with me because I can't leave the spectator going overnight. I do not have permission to do that. In rFactor 2, with the VEC at least anyway, this league, you have to keep the server as free up as possible. So I can spectate the first stint and the final stint if I'm not in the car, but apart from that, I have to vacate the server unless I'm driving. So, yeah, I'll be taking the stream offline once Ben's done his first stint. But you can follow all the action using the live tracker in between. I'll post updates on my Discord. If I'm asleep, hopefully Jelle and Ossy will post updates on my Discord. Link in the description to... Oh, big wiggle from Ben there.
That was really bad.
Oh, I think he saved it though. That's good. That's fine. But yeah, link in the description to my Discord. Or you can type into the chat !Discord and that will bring up a link, just like the way you can type in !tracker. Oh, that wasn't a good lap from Ben there. He's getting a bit rattled by the looks of it. But with the tyres here in rFactor 2, especially in this LMP2, once you get the heat, it's so hard to get rid of the heat. It just slides around so pathetically, it really does. So we might just need to cool it for a few corners and not overdrive the car too much. Mark Gerber, I can't recommend that unfortunately because I have never used it. When I go driving, I'll be using a Logitech G29 in this race with Fanatec V3
By the way,
pedals.
Ben, can you change stuff on your pit menu?
He is pushing quite hard, Mark. He is.
Yeah.
It probably looks a little bit exaggerated from the spectator screen though, because yeah, the whole ping
Get back in
from
the groove. I know you got it.
Australia to Europe thing, so some of the inputs might be a little bit delayed or look a bit like rubber bandy, but that's just because I'm spectating from the other side of the planet. I'm very tempted by the new DD from Fanatec, the new DD wheel. But I think my next priority has to be a graphics card. That is the weakest link in my my setup at the moment. Still running a 1080 from a few years ago. And now that I've had a CPU upgrade and a motherboard upgrade and a RAM upgrade from my fantastic community who clubbed together and basically got me a brand new rig as a wedding present a few months ago. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. That's incredible. Absolutely insane. But yeah, graphics card is the weakest link now, so before I get any kind of a wheel upgrade, because this G29 does me just fine, then yeah, graphics card's the next thing. Unless Fanatec want to send me a wheel free. But I never made the shortlist for the famous streamers, so yeah. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I'm a very small channel. You never know. I could maybe ring up Boosted Media and see if he'll give me it second hand when he's finished with it. Hey Cameron, welcome to the stream. We're doing good, mate. We're still in the first half hour of the race. This is still the first stint. Ben started the race from second, temporarily dropped down to third on the first lap, had a little bit of a battle, but now he's back up to second. The last few laps have been a little bit scruffy, but he is pulling out a gap on the car behind, but the leader is pulling away ever so slightly. But we are holding second. There's a few GTE cars up ahead. As he comes around the final corner, the Ford chicanes to start lap 7 here at Le Mans. That was a 3 minute 27.9? 3 minute 27.925. Currently 3.5 seconds behind the leader, with a 1.9 second gap to the car behind, the number 243 Butler Pal Motorsport, driven by Marius Burt. The leader, number 440, Abstinio Force Polonia Oreca LMP2, who is going through Tetra Rouge, has had a little bit of traffic. GTE's going to start getting in the way very soon, I'm sure. But the rest of the field is falling back ever so slightly. Last time round, there were only 3 cars in the 3 minute 27s. And that was the car ahead of us, Ben in this SpeedyMite, and Alessandro Ottaviani in the number 338 BHK Motorsport car. Now you might be wondering where I'm getting all this information from. That's because I've got a second monitor open with all the live timing, and you guys can look at exactly the same data that I'm looking at by typing into the chat !tracker. You can see a map with all the laps and the gaps and the times. Cameron, I will Oh, bit of traffic here. The DX Droids BMW GTE. That was a bit sketchy. But the traffic giveth and the traffic taketh away here at Le Mans. It's never always going to work in your favour. It will balance out over the course of the race. Now let me just try and be a professional streamer here for a moment, guys. I forgot to put the stint planner on my Discord server. So, if you're not already on my Discord, you might want to head over there now, because I'm going to post up in the announcements channel the projected stints. So where are we? Downloads, SMR stint plan. There we go. Oh, that was sketchy through Indianapolis, but it's just the way it is. Looks like position 3 got held up a little bit as well. And overall, Ben is now a little bit closer to the leader with a little bit of rear locking into Arnage. He's good, he's pushing. That's good.
How's the car feeling?
The rear's a bit loose, but it's okay. Tires are low. Reasonable. Rear's a 50% lower.
So yes, so if you're on my Discord, check out the announcements channel, and you can find links to the track, you can find a link to this stream, but you're already watching it, so that link's kind of redundant. But I've just posted up the schedule for the race as well. So, if everything goes to plan, I will be driving... Let's have a look. It's a bit small. I need to make this a bit bigger on my screen here. One sec. There we go. So, Ben's going to do the first 4 stints, and then Jelle is going to step in and do the next 4 stints, and then Ossy is going to join the car and step in for the next 4 stints. Then Jelle goes back in for 2, Ossy goes back in for 2, and then I go in for 4. Ben goes back in for another 4. Then I go back in for another 4. Ben goes in for 2. Jelle goes in for 4. Ossy goes in for 4. And then I go in for the final 2 and bring it home over the line. Oh, this looks tasty. The leader's getting held up here. Follow the Porsche GT through Tetra Rouge. That's it. Pull to the right-hand side. Get the run. Oh, the leader got held up massively there. We're back within 2 seconds. Get that slipstream. Pull out. That's it, Ben. We're back in striking distance.
To you. Time.
We're back in striking distance of the leader now.
A bit early for that.
Gap is now 1.1 seconds. Come on, Ben. Get back in that tasty slipstream.
Said no, you'd be fucked.
Oh, that was a bit wide.
Oh.
He got a cut last lap, by the way.
So, if you want to look at the times, if all goes to plan, I will be getting in the car for my first stint, which will be a quad stint, 4 stints in a row, at roughly...
Is this guy lagging for you as well?
Oh!
Jesus.
Oh, the traffic,
See you ahead of me.
traffic
the
giveth and traffic
Yeah.
taketh away.
This one's
He
Big
looks
time.
Fine for me.
And now P3 is right in behind Ben. You can see him in the mirror there. That was a bit sketchy. There's a SpeedyMite Ferrari. All the best to you on your travels, SpeedyMite Ferrari. Yeah, I will be getting in the car at approximately midnight, Central European summertime, which works out at 11:30 PM. British time. Hang on to it, Ben. Hang on to it, Ben. And that's also going to be around about 8:30 AM Australian time.
I know you're faster, Ben, but if he starts pushing you a lot, don't take the risk.
Yeah.
So in about 8.5 hours, guys. No, maybe no, 9 hours. 9 hours I'm going to be getting in the car. Ben's having a sketchy time of it here. He's really struggling. The traffic's really getting in the way here. Pull to the left, overtake him around the outside. There we go. Nice. Oh, this is pretty nervous stuff. Yes, we got some separation now.
Well done.
Although we've got a little bit of a gap to the leader, the traffic really didn't do us any favours then. We're now 3.9 seconds behind after looking like we were going to be back in the slipstream not too long ago. I mean, 1.1 seconds behind. Nervous stuff, guys, nervous stuff. I need to update the specs, Olaf. I'm still got my old specs on them. Thank you for the reminder. I'll do that tomorrow. Making our way through more traffic. That's good. There's some more separation there. Ben's got a GTE in between himself and third place. Man, this is sketchy stuff. But he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job here.
Yeah, there'll be boxes and that, but I don't know if you...
Okay, all good.
Hey, Wushel!
Since so far.
Hey, Wushel! Sorry I missed you, mate. Niels, hello. I haven't been able to take my eyes off the screen and look at chat and say hi at everyone who's been joining the race. Thanks for coming along. Great to see you here.
I don't think there will be many people that will be going a lap longer.
Yeah, you would have had to be just say. Even with all the lifting last lap, it wasn't really even close.
Yep, cheeky Olaf. It does need an update, mate. So I think Ben is going to be getting towards the end of this first stint very soon, if not this lap. Currently in second position. 4.2 seconds behind the leader now. So I make that 3.9. They weren't great through Mulsanne. We have a yellow in the final sector. Looks like there is a GTE off on pit entry. Car number 353, who's that? Ricky Jimenez in the MC Motorsport car has parked it on pit entry, it looks like. And they're going again now. That's good. Yellow flag is cleared. No need for code 80 just yet. Gap to the leader 4.3 seconds. Gap behind is 1.7. So Ben is not in the slipstream, but not at risk of being slipstreamed either. On lap 8. So yeah, just a big oversteer into the Porsche curves there. That's going to put a lot of heat in the rear tyres for Ben. If there's one thing this car does not like, it's hot tyres. It just slides pathetically, which is really inconvenient because it likes to lock the rears a lot. Ben's finished his first stint, giving it full beans on the pit entry there. Wait for him to park it in the box before I say anything. Good first stint, mate.
Thank you.
A few scary moments with that GTE that was pinging all over the place.
Oh man, that sparked the heart rate. I have to be careful around him.
Stefano Demichelis, hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see you.
Guys moving again.
Elizabeth Andrea
Let's
Maffey.
see them again.
Tap, 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 indeed. Welcome to the
You have
stream.
1P2 coming up behind.
Good to see you.
He's even with you, and he's in front of you. The rest are clear.
Looks like someone managed to make it an extra lap on fuel. Ben's out the pits on the same tyres.
So 4 people stayed out the extra lap.
That's up to them.
So Ajira, Waveframe, Cyberlinks, and the rookie monsters in front of you stayed out the extra lap. At least, or the rookie monsters pitted already, but I doubt that.
Nah, you don't.
So Ben's done his first stop. First stop of several. Oh, sketchy traffic here. We are 39 minutes and 13 seconds into the race. A 24-hour race. My first ever 24-hour race. And sadly, I might have to take the stream offline in the next few minutes. Because Ben's done his first stint. He's managed to hold on to a overall second position. I'm going to wait and see how this lap pans out. Once people come into the pits and all the positions kind of shuffle back out again, Ben should be in second position. It's currently about 3 seconds behind the number 440 Abstinio Force Polonia car. Oh, that is Simon Marshall and the rookie monsters on the left of us here, making life a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. He managed to stay out for an extra lap, but now he yields to us towards Indianapolis corner. Good on you, Simon. He's low on fuel, coming into the pits this lap. Ben Dutton, currently in the car. Bit of GTE traffic up ahead. That's it. Get him on the exit, pull to the right, and floor it. So, yeah, Ajira stayed out. Waveframe stayed out. Cyberlinks Racing stayed out. Callie Curry in the number 444 Ajira is now in the pits. He was in the lead. And if all goes well, should come back out in second. Oh no! Stuck behind our own team! It's a SpeedyMite GTE! Not much we can do though. Get around the outside, Ben. That's it. Lovely. The P3 follow through? No. So we have some separation. Good on you. How is SpeedyMite doing?
I guess we'll have a bit of a choice.
5th.
Oh.
SpeedyMite are 5th in the GTE race. And we are 2nd in the LMP2 race.
Everybody else not winning, obviously.
Once everyone else pits. Okay, there we go. Starting lap number 11 here at Le Mans. And as predicted, SpeedyMite number 248, the car that I will be taking over in just under 9 hours, is back up to second. 4.6 behind the leader. We managed to pull out 3.3 on Marius
Everybody's back where they belong.
through the pit stops. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. LPF contact is enabled in the pits, yes?
Gap behind us grown, so no pressure.
Yep, good round of pit stops there.
Yeah, they probably done pretty difficult.
Well, I am going to go and take the stream offline, guys, so I will see you all shortly.
So yeah, I'll quickly run to the toilet and I'll be back.
Let's make sure Ben gets through this traffic, and then we'll say our goodbyes. Because, yeah, I'm outstaying my welcome on the server here right now, guys. Okay, there we go, Ben's through. Okay, well, quick update. 40 odd minutes into the race, we started in second position. Ben got caught napping slightly at the start, got shuffled down to 3rd, but got back into 2nd. And it's been a little bit close. The gaps have been ebbing and flowing, but Ben's hanging in there. Ben's keeping the gap to the leader pretty consistent and pulling out a little bit of a gap to 3rd place. Not much in it. Currently 4.5 seconds behind, 3.5 seconds ahead. Yeah, we're 43 minutes into the race, so 23 hours and 16.5 minutes remaining. Not that anyone's counting, of course. But yeah, I'm going to have to go and take the stream offline because I'm not allowed to hang around and spectate after the first stint or before the final stint unless I am driving. So my first stint will be at approximately 22:36 UTC, which is basically 10:30 Universal Time. So I'll be getting in the car at 11:30 British time and midnight European time, European summer time, Central European summer time.
Man, I should have run further into the second practice one.
For the Australians who are watching, who are in the same place that I am right
just
now,
don't push it too much.
8:36 a.m. So
It should get better as
I'm going to go and set my alarm,
fuel wears
make sure
off.
the coffee's on, and get everything ready to go for my driving in the morning, where I'll be taking over and doing about 2 hours and 20 minutes. And then my second stint will be at around 3:30 a.m. UTC. So 4:30 a.m. British time, 5:30 a.m. European time, 1:30 p.m. Australian time. And if all goes well and we're still in the race and we're comfortable, I'll be getting in to do the final double at around about 11:45 a.m. tomorrow UTC, which is 12:45 p.m. British time and 1:45 p.m. Central European Summer Time, or
Catch
9:45 p.m. Australian time. So we'll see how the race goes. But yeah, I'm going to go and get some sleep now, guys. I will not be broadcasting the race in my absence because, like I said, I don't have permission to do that. You can follow the timing when I'm not here by using the link that's in the video description, or I'm going to type it in chat right now, !tracker. That gives you a web page with all of the positions on the circuit, all of the gaps, all of the lap times that everyone's doing, all the positions. It gives you everything you need to do to follow the race without actually having a visual on it. So keep an eye on that, guys.
I'm at the moment 85, 86.
The stream will be resuming on the same link, so come back to this page in
Where is
about 8.5 hours. I'll be coming online and streaming on the same page, guys. It'll just come up with the spinny wheel until then. But until then, well, look after the car, Ben. Look after the car, Jelle. Look after the car, Ossy. And I will see... yeah, I'll see them soon. And I'll see you guys very soon as well. Okay? It's going to be a long race.
Using higher engine mode.
I can't wait to get in and drive.
I'll check.
Are they streaming as well?
See you soon.
No.
Yeah, okay.
And yes, they are. It's the advantage of being able to be on server. Yeah, the